Good evening, APFA. We are back again. Give us a quick sound check if you don't mind. We're going to go ahead and shout out those jumping in the chat early tonight. We have Stonefist, Siege Falco, Dane the Lock, Jensen, Mr. Pope, and so far that's all I'm seeing. Allison, we barely got this going in time this evening.
It was honestly close. This is probably the busiest day we've had in a while. I didn't know if it was going to happen at 8:30, but we're just a couple minutes late. We did pretty all right.
We did pretty all right. It's been a busy week all around. We didn't get to do this last night like we usually do because you were having a fancy girls' night.
I do. I get one girls' night every 2 weeks. And last night was craft night, and you got to benefit from the snackage. So don't want to hear any complaining.
That's true. You girls always do have good snacks.
Mm-hmm.
So
that is a priority.
But we appreciate you guys dealing with us as we rescheduled tonight's show because this show is an exciting one because it's all about getting ready for the season. Are you excited?
I'm pretty excited. I kind of feel like it's already begun, if only just we had a couple preseason kind of like check-in games this week. And then everyone's been, getting more active in the chat and getting more excited. So it feels like it's already begun, even if it hasn't really started doing full games yet.
Did you get a chance to watch your game?
Well, you see, I did not. I didn't get to watch it. I think you streamed it.
Oh, yeah, I streamed your game.
You streamed it in another room in the same house. Something was going on with the... Something. Children, life.
Okay, well, I was going to see if we could get your opinion on the actual gameplay, but maybe we'll wait until next week when you get to watch your official first week and see what you think.
Yes, that would be ideal. I could make it up, but I don't think anyone would find value in that today.
We don't make anything up around here. It's straight facts all the time.
You might be spitting facts. I am spitting pure opinion, honey.
Well, let's talk about the specifics of tonight's episode. We are going to finish our deep dive. We have 2 more teams to talk about. We're going to continue Allie's awards until somebody tells us to stop. I really feel like that's a good one for us to do. We are going to give you your official preseason power rankings. And we are also going to talk about the week 1 matchups. Then we're going to do a fun segment at the end involving some bet lines.
Go gambling.
Okay. Looks like we've had a few more hop into the chat here. So we're glad that you guys joined us. But Allie, let's go ahead and get things started. Let's go into that deep dive segment.
Yep, we have 2 teams left that we haven't been able to do a dive on yet. The wheel of teams is going to pick, but regardless, we're going to go through both of them today.
Yeah, let's see if I can pull this up. There's my wheel.
Here we are.
I love the wheel. Okay, we have 2 teams. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel.
Pottsville.
All right. Let's go ahead and cross them off the board here. I feel like we can talk about the Pottsville coach pretty thoroughly. I mean, we both know him personally.
Yeah, me and Dave Barr go way back.
Go ahead and share with everybody your history with Dave.
My history with Dave?
Yeah, I think they'd appreciate that.
Once upon a time, Dave and I used to teach together. He taught science and probably health, maybe. And I was an English teacher in a past life, and we were in the same staff, so we taught together for a long time. And then there was a weird season where we both coached track and field together. He mostly coached pole vaulting, and I did everything else. But yeah, so we pretended to be he is an athletic influencer, but I just was a ghost involved.
Well, yep, we all know Dave pretty well. He is a good friend of ours. So let's talk about how much we hate Pottsville. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Their branding could use some work, but Dave just loves the old school football.
It's rooted in history, honey.
I know. There's a lot of football history in Pottsville.
I know. And he is dedicated to it. And honestly, long live Pottsville. As long as Dave is a part of a sim league, Pottsville will live. And honestly, it's the founding father. You're right.
But they are a brand new team for our league. Quarterback Alex Darr, running back Keith Wheeler, a decent wide receiver core. We've got the GOAT and K-Dog, wide receiver 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. Here's the interesting part with them. 2 tight ends that I think are both going to be getting equal playing time. Dave at one point said he wanted 3 tight ends.
What is the value of that?
Well, it depends on what kind of scheme you're running, but I believe Pottsville is going to be a run-heavy offense, and you use those tight ends mostly for blocking. So, but several tight ends. We've got Steinberg, and we've got the Juggernaut. Okay? I believe Steinberg is the one that likes to party.
We like to party. That's what our theme song is. Our intro theme song.
Who wants to party? So Pottsville does. And then they are rounding out with their defense. They have 2 corners. Cain Vasquez, who I believe was the first overall pick.
I wouldn't know.
The first overall pick. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I think I've seen that more than a dozen times in the Gen Chat. So, is there anybody in particular here that really sticks out to you that you would like to look at?
Well, so I am ignorant. I do not know which of these positions are offense positions and which of them are defensive positions.
Let's look at B. Steezy.
Oh, is that the nickname?
That's the nickname.
Okay. B. Steezy.
Brian Stenberg.
Okay.
He's a tight end. He is 6'7", 270 pounds. Animation is Route God. And look at that face.
That is a face only a mother could love. It looks like he is from The Grudge.
He is he's got those flappy jaws, but that could just be the extra weight he's put on. Or it could be so much time spent in 69.
He looks like
gross. That seems to be his number.
He looks like one of those people. I'm ignoring that. He looks like one of those people on Men in Black that wear the skin suits of those people that they suck the bodies out of. That is alarming.
Let's look at one more player here. Let's go ahead and look at that number 1 pick.
Hey, somebody said in the Gen Chat, 6'7", as the kids say.
I don't get that.
I don't understand it either, but the fact that our 7-year-old and our 4-year-old think it's hysterical. At least we've moved on from the 69 gag.
They cackle at 6'7". I still don't get it. Let's look at Kane. This is the strong safety, most likely to be the captain of their defense. Has closing speed. He's 6'2", 212. Pottsville obviously loved this guy when they picked him first round. And so he is going to be a key aspect to their defense. And I think Pottsville is going to be so offense heavy that this was a really good pick for them to go first round on defense. So final impressions of Pottsville, Allison.
You know, I like Pottsville because I know that Dave gives them so much love, and I'm sure he has a great season planned for them. I don't know a ton about, obviously, the success expectations of this team, but based on just the names that I recognize, I feel like they're probably going to be set for a pretty good season.
Yep. I think so, too. I think they've got all the right pieces. Okay, I guess we got to spin the wheel for the last one.
Yeah, I wonder who it's going to be.
Let's see.
Wow, that guy is a flying.
He is going to be dizzy.
Oh my gosh, it's Punko.
All right, Pungo Picaroons, and we are done with the wheel, aren't we?
We are. What a nice feature.
All right, let's look at the Picaroons, who I feel like is a team that you have really been attracted to.
Since
you
episode
started.
1.
Yeah.
Episode 1, I've been a Pungo Picaroon girl. Shout out to the Appalachian Outlaws, who I am on the team for, but me and the Picaroons, I just really feel drawn to them. I don't know if it's because I was obsessed with Pirates of the Caribbean as a child. Wowza, Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom. You can't go wrong with that. And so maybe it's just deep-seated, rooted, maybe some childhood trauma.
Okay.
I feel connected to them.
Well, let me tell you more about your Picaroons.
Okay, please do.
You've got quarterback Jackson Roberts, running back Eddie Reed. Here is the interesting thing about the Picaroons. 4 wide receivers, 1 solid tight end. Okay. And then you have 2 safeties and a linebacker. Honestly, looking like a great team, looking like a really strong offense.
Now, there were questions about us having in the Outlaws so many wide receivers. There's a lot of wide receivers on this team, too.
Yeah.
Is that a strategy?
Well, it's definitely a strategy, again, depending on what kind of offense you're running. I believe what we've talked about with your locker room was the concern about who is going to be wide receiver 1, 2, 3, and so forth, right? So the way that the league is going to operate this year is the owner will decide who is wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, 3, 4, and that will not be changed throughout the season, okay, at least for this season. So I don't know how the owners are going to decide that, but we want to try to limit substitutions and things like that. We may work in a situation where we allow the owners to adjust their depth chart after a couple weeks to kind of rotate them if they would like, but that could be a conversation down the road.
Okay.
But yeah, lots of targets on the Picaroons, definitely looking scary as far as offense goes. And I feel like the 2 or 3 that they have on defense are in really good positions to be filled by user players. So anybody on the Picaroons that you want to kind of look at closer?
Obviously, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, yes.
I just confessed my obsession.
A wide receiver, Captain Jack Sparrow, is 6'5", 200 pounds.
That doesn't sound exactly like Johnny Depp, but
Skinny
Johnny Depp
fella.
could take some notes.
He's a skinny fella.
Yeah.
Let's see. Breakaway burst.
Okay.
Okay. Remember what that animation is?
Yeah, it's where they scoot and yeet, as the kids say.
Gosh. I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. That's pretty much what it is.
See? Tell me that I don't understand football, honey.
Solid wide receiver for them. Let's go ahead and look at one more. Let's pick somebody on defense. Where am I? Okay, let's look at defense. How about...
Gunner Beefcake.
I saw Beefcake in the chat. That is Duffy Supreme, Beef Supreme, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, what a name.
Gunner Beefcake. Let's look at him. Number 44, 6'3", 220.
I wouldn't call that a beefcake.
What would you call a beefcake?
I don't know.
What's your qualifications for a beefcake?
Beefier than 220.
Okay. How about ball hawk?
Okay. I know what a ball hawk is.
I'm going to fly at the ball. I'm going to catch that ball. I'm going to intercept it.
You're going to snipe it out of the air.
Okay.
Snatch it.
I like it. So, all right. Any questions from you or anything you want to look at as far as the Picaroons go?
Not yet. I'm interested to see some of these, players at work in these next couple games. I do think it will help me as someone who doesn't understand football figure out where people are and what they're doing, what their role is, because I cannot tell you, I've never watched a single football game in terms of watching the game. I've gone to football games, I've eaten soft pretzels and cheered loud, clapped my hands, but when it comes to looking at like strategy and figuring out like schemes, whatever.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you. So I do think that this will be valuable for me to be able to figure out what the heck these positions do, and then navigating some of the plays that are happening.
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, there's like 6-year-olds that play football.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I know. If a 6-year-old can play football, I can at least watch it.
So, before we move on to our next segment, let's talk real quick about tomorrow. Tomorrow is
Friday.
Mm-hmm. Friday is the first day of
10-10. Progression.
Progression starts tomorrow, folks.
Yeah, that means you got to go in and check in and get your point for the week.
Progression starts tomorrow. So I want to take this opportunity while I'm on the site to show everybody one more time how to go in and do your check-in. Okay? Mm-hmm. So first thing you'll have to do is you'll have to log in. Mm-hmm. So I'll go ahead and do my log in here.
Our dog is trying to get me to give her attention right now.
Now's not the time. All right, we're logged in. We go to dashboard. Mm-hmm. We go to progression on the side here. If you were doing this on mobile, you will have to hit the little 3 line up at the top right corner to pull up this sidebar. You'll go to progression, and then it shows up here, manage progression, and you will click check in. However, right now it's locked because it's only available from Friday to Monday every week.
And this is one of those you don't use it, you lose it situations.
Yes.
So you don't check in, you don't get your progression point. So that's unfortunate. Whenever you're looking at this in terms of a time frame, is that the 9 to 6 situation? 9 a.m. to 6
9 a.m. on Friday to 6 p.m. on Monday.
Okay.
Yep.
I learned that in the rule book, guys. The trivia last week.
I like
if you
that.
missed the episode,
Okay.
you should watch it.
Very good. Your owners should be letting you know and reminding you and keeping tabs on all of that. So, but progression does start tomorrow. So we're just trying to make sure everybody can navigate their way into doing that. So, all right. I am feeling some more awards.
Oh, yes.
Let's see. Why don't you go ahead and start us off with a little bit of awards? Is there anything in particular you've been looking for this week?
So sometimes in the last couple experiences, I've done a lot of things that were just kind of like silly or pop culture related. I kind of tried to engage a little bit more with Discord this week when I was looking at some of my positions or my awards, because I do want to recognize just a little bit more than just my silly awards. And because, TikTok is cool, but that doesn't really have to do with football. You know what I mean? That Bryant Dynasty is TikTok name. So I try to be a little more intentional with that. So with that being said, my first award for the week is most likely to be involved in a fight. Now, this is not a fight like they're the one actually fighting. It's more of the instigator of the fight and then the person who keeps it going, you know? Okay. And so that one goes to Stonefist.
Oh.
Stonefist is heavily involved in Discord in all of the good ways, in the sense that he really engages with a lot of people, but he also is not one who backs away from like throwing a burn in there every once in a while. He really likes to make sure that if there's a little bit of spice happening, he is definitely adding a little fuel to that fire, in a good way. You know, he's one of those hype men who's like, yeah, you know what I mean? And then he's also like, did you hear what he said? To make sure that it continues. And so I do appreciate the energy that brings to the Discord chat.
Okay, so most likely to get in a fight, Stonefist.
Yeah, and not engaging as much as initiating or instigating the continuation of the fight.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
And you know, I will say that he's part of the Neptunes, right? In addition to the Neptunes, another major player in the Discord chat is no other than, you know who it is. Who is it?
Is it the Lock?
Dane the Lock Jensen.
His name's getting called tonight.
Yeah, well, and honestly, I have intentionally not called Dane's name for a while because he is so needy, wanting to get one of these awards. And, you know, I like to just give him a hard time. We have a little bit of camaraderie about it. And so when it comes to Dane's award, he does get the #1 Yap award.
That's terrible.
No, it has. Listen, everybody loves a yapper. And honestly, it goes right along. And this is coming from a fellow yapper. He is the culture coordinator, right?
Yeah.
And so he is creating this persona about himself to be a yapper in the best way. He can keep any channel going at any point. And it has created a very back and forth that is needed in a lot of these situations. I would love to be in his locker room. You know what I mean? I think that is a super stimulating experience. So yap away. You know, I think it's great. It's a good, from one yapper to another. I think that's been really, he has value. You have value, Dane.
#1 yapper goes to the Lock.
That's it.
Little backhand, I feel.
No, it's given with love and admiration.
She seems to mean it.
I do mean it. I mean, I should have a title. I have title culture coordinator in every job I do. I too am a yapper. Okay. I think I have one more. Hold on,
let's
please.
do one more.
Okay, this is a personal one. Most confusing position title. And this isn't going to a person. This is going to a position. And it's more of a opportunity for you to educate me.
Okay.
To my knowledge, according to the website, I think, no one is a long snapper. Mm-hmm. I considered asking Ronnie about what that is. Shout out to Ronnie, our little assistant. But I thought that maybe you could educate me in a non-AI way about the long snapper. This is just basically most confusing position.
Sure. So the long snapper is in the same spot as the center. Mm-hmm. If I tell you the center, do you know what that means?
The person in the middle.
The lineman in the middle that hikes the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. So the long snapper will snap only for punts and kicks. Punts, field goals, extra points.
Yeah.
Long snap. A longer snap.
Okay, in terms of yardage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's his only job?
That's the only job. Which is why it's not really a sexy position to be in a league like this. Because you really only get in there a handful of times. And what are you really doing?
Yeah, would he just hold the ball for somebody to kick it?
No,
oh,
he's snapping it.
He's the one who's doing it through the legs.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That is his only job. So it is a very specialized position.
What skills would a long snapper have to have in order to be a successful snapper?
Well, you have to be able to be accurate with a spiraled ball between your legs. So a center just has to, either just hand it directly to the quarterback under center, or has to just throw it back 5 yards. The shotgun doesn't have to be very pretty. But a long snap has to be quick, and it has to be a tight spiral so that the tee holder can hold it and put it down, or the punter can grab it and punt without getting blocked.
Okay, so these guys are in conditioning, just asses in the air, spinning ball as fast as they can.
And then blocking.
And then making sure they can get up quickly to...
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep, it's specialized. Okay, good question.
Thank you.
All right, long snapper. All right.
Snapper.
Thank you for your efforts on this segment.
Are you being sarcastic?
No.
Okay.
No.
You're welcome.
That was good. Okay. Let's see. I still got my deep dive title up here. Didn't mean to do that. I want to pull up the power rankings.
Bum.
This is an exciting segment, and we're going to do this a certain way. I am going to... we're going to go with yours first. We did this separately.
Yes.
Okay, we did this separately. Neither of us worked together to come to a consensus. You have yours and I have mine. Mm-hmm. Yours is based off of...
Vibes.
I want my hands down here and I'm up there. Sorry.
Vibes came into play, which is ridiculous, I recognize, considering we know that I didn't watch any of the preseason games. Here's my qualifications that I don't have. I didn't watch any of the preseason games. I don't understand any of the positions, their abilities, offense or defense. I don't.
You are not helping your case at all.
I know. I'm recognizing that this is so that way people don't get mad at me when they're mad where they land.
So this is the one that doesn't matter.
This is the one that doesn't matter.
Let's start with that.
Yeah, yours will be based on logic, expertise, knowledge. Mine is going to be based on probably nothing other than where, no, I can tell you. I'll tell you when it goes up there.
Okay. Are you ready?
Oh.
All right. We'll do this one at a time. We're going to start from 8 and work our way up to number 1.
Okay. We'll see if you can find what my theme was.
It would help if I turned it on.
Wasn't going to call you out for that, but...
Oh, shoot. Hold, please. Technical difficulties. There we go.
Oh, it's slow entry.
Yeah.
Okay, on the bottom, you Neptunes were high ranked today in my awards, but you are not high ranked in my expectations of your season for anything other than locker room excellence. Like I said, I love their locker room vibes, but I just feel like they're going to be a little bit on the lower rank this season.
Wow. Okay. That's going to really tick off the chat immediately.
Sorry.
All right.
I've already talked about the Maroons. You know that I love them. I love their commitment to honest history and the football as a sport. But they don't inspire a lot of intimidation from me. And I do think that is something that's important. And also, I just like to give Dave a hard time. Okay, London Knights. I think that though Liam is a king in tech, I am not holding a ton of weight to what the Knights' capability is. Now, I will say that I haven't engaged a lot with the London Knights. They kind of fell in the middle land simply because they had the element of the unknown for me, but that doesn't help you when I'm trying to figure you out.
Okay.
Appalachian Outlaws, that's where my boy Meatball plays. So I feel like we're going to be coming right in mid rank this year. I think that we are learning, we're in learning season. We all are, but we especially are. But we're not going to poop our pants.
Okay. Proud of you for not picking your own team first.
Thank you. Is that something that people do? Be like, I'm the best.
Yeah.
Listen, I can tell you right now, Meatball is not that contributing that much to this team.
I disagree. Didn't your coach give you a shout out?
He did give me a shout out, and then I want to say I ignored him. Sorry. Because I didn't have my notifications turned on Discord, and then Colin had to teach me how to turn my notifications on. So that way, if it's like mentioned, then
Yeah.
So anyway, it's true.
All right. Number, what is that, 5?
Yep.
Which would be
Munich Metalheads, number 5. It is the third for the power rankings. I think that the Munich Metalheads are coming in with an element of the unknown, but in a way that is a little bit. It may be an influence from their logo. It may be an influence from just the general intensity of them as a team. Their unknown is a good thing.
Munich's been quiet.
They have been quiet, and I think that sparks enough curiosity and, dare I say, concern from their opponents that you're like, man, there is something to be said for the quiet intensity of the Munich Metalheads.
So I am the one that's helping this team temporarily.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that?
I did.
You had forgotten.
I had forgotten that.
So yeah.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. Well, because I do forget, because you do have access to like other like chats and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So then that makes me forget that you are.
Yep. And this would be a good opportunity to talk about how we have established some barriers to keep competitive play and fair play. Mm-hmm. So I am hands off as far as playbooks go, reviewing and checking for other teams. Mm-hmm. That is completely Zach and Chad's responsibility. So
because you're a cheater?
Well, because we are going to make sure that there is no opportunity for it, so that it can, we can put people's minds at ease. So I will not be opening any playbooks other than Munich Metalheads. But yeah, just wanted to get that out there. So yeah, Munich.
Plug opportunity.
Like Munich.
All right, leaving number. Is this number 2?
I actually think this is 3 now.
This is 3. We can't count. Math is so
well, we're doing
hard.
it backwards. It's kind of tough.
It is. Okay, Georgia Demons, number 3. If you can't tell what my theme is, do you have any idea how I rank these?
Alphabetical order?
No.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. No, I don't see a pattern.
These are ranked in terms of general intimidation of your mascot.
Okay.
So Neptunes are on the
You think a
bottom.
maroon is more intimidating than a King Trident?
King Triton.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah. First of all, have you seen him on Little Mermaid? He gets turned into a tiny little shrimpy boy.
What the hell is a maroon?
Ursula. Well, I don't know what a maroon is, but it's gonna be more intimidating than Neptune. And then a knight, outlaws, metalheads, demons are scarier, and then of course the next 2 are gonna be higher ranked. DC tribe is above that, and you're gonna say a tribe is above a demon. Yeah, to me it is. Mostly due to the fact that I used to teach English and I taught a play called The Crucible. Shout out to The Crucible.
You are taking this somewhere.
If anybody likes plays, let me know in the chat.
You are about done with this segment. Let's finish this up.
And then, of course, the Bickeroons.
Gosh. Thank you, Allison, for your power rankings. Here they are. Whoa. Okay.
Hey, you love me.
I do, but you're something else.
Coach Dre Pope says, this funny. I like to think that he said it like that.
Okay. Now, for the real power rankings. Thank you all who have not turned off the stream yet. Listening to my wife give her reasonings. Dane does not like these rankings. But here we go. Here are my official preseason power rankings. These are obviously based on opinion, like all power rankings are. We don't have any real evidence to go off of other than gut feelings, what we know about owners and players on the team.
You do come with knowledge.
I do have some experience. So I do feel like mine are fairly accurate. One thing we do want to say is there's only 8 teams in this league. So even if you are ranked low, that doesn't mean anything. I feel like we have a highly competitive ownership group. And things are going to be fluctuating as the seasons go. So let's start out with who I think will be at the bottom at the end of the first season.
Okay.
It would help if I turn mine on too.
Well.
Oh, I keep forgetting to do this. Okay. Okay. People can already see it, but I can't click on it. There we go. All right. I am so sorry.
Come on. You're telling me Meatball's going to be at the bottom?
I just feel like out of all the teams, this team will not be as successful as the others. Because I feel like all the positions aren't really there. I'm not sure.
You can say inexperience. I'm talking about me.
I'm not sure the defensive line is going to be a little distracted reading books on the sidelines and listening to Taylor Swift albums.
I've listened to a single song. You know I'm not a Swiftie. No hate to the Swifties.
And no hate to the Outlaws. However, I do have them coming in at number 8. So my number 7 is going to be the Neptunes. And this isn't fair for these guys. As active as they are,
I know.
I really wish I could rate them higher. I want to see Neptune do well. I am just concerned about getting it done on the field. Off the field, these guys are number 1. But these are not the off the field power rankings. This is where wins matter. And I worry about the Neptunes' chances of getting these wins. Mm-hmm. I worry about them getting it done on the field. I hope they prove me wrong, and I hope we get to move them up next week.
Listen,
in the rankings.
I'll take it back. I'll recant real fast if the Neptunes decide they're going to fist fight a demon and win.
We aren't talking your logic anymore. You need to get out of here with that. Speaking of demons, they get my number 6 ranking for pretty much the exact same reasons. We have an owner who is very familiar with the editor, but not familiar with building playbooks, and I think that that's a concern. I have a feeling it will be a quick learning curve for him, but I think this team, I believe, will be the most improved by the end of the season.
Well, and that's the cool thing about sim sports is if you have familiarity with just the concept that you can adapt to the different games pretty easily, right?
Yeah.
So
I think the Georgia Demons will be the most improved, but that doesn't help you on the preseason rankings. So I think they're going to start low, but I do see them becoming more and more competitive every week. I just don't know when things are going to start clicking for them. Yeah. Okay, so that's why they're number 6. Maybe week 1. Number 5, I have the Pottsville Maroons. Dave is a great owner. Dave is a great strategist in this game, and he has good players, but I worry about his scheme. His scheme is going to be heavy run. I'm not sure that works very well in this game. He could prove us all wrong. Mm-hmm. And it could be a really exciting and cool new thing to watch. But until I see it, I'm going to have him a little bit lower on my list. So Pottsville Maroons are number 5.
And Dave, he footballs all day, every day. Mm-hmm. He coaches football. He does sim football on the side. He is fully integrated into just different avenues of the sport. So, I think that his strategy so well, but he has the ability to ruffle some feathers if, he changes some tactics.
Yep. I think Pottsville Maroons really know football, but I don't know how well they know APF, and that's going to matter. Yep. So, all right. Now we are at number 4. Number 5.
No,
number 4.
I'm having a hard time reverse counting.
Number 4 is where I'm going to put Munich.
Okay.
Right in the middle of the road. I'm not one to be a homer, so I think I'm going to put Munich here as a place to kind of prove themselves, see where things shake out. Don't really have anything good or bad to say about them. It's a quiet locker room. A lot of family in that locker room. All right. I've got myself, I've got Dad, I've got Nolan, my brother, in the locker room. So we have a lot of Pierces in there.
Are they active?
They're not. They're not active. They're getting their check-ins done, but they're not active in the locker room. We do have some breaking news. The running back for Munich left the server last night for undisclosed reason. So that's going to be tough. So our running back is going to be as is for the remainder of the season. We don't lose him off the squad, but we won't get any progressions from him this season.
Interesting. Is that something does that ever happen?
Well, it's planned for in the rule books. People are going to come and go. That's part of what leagues like this are like. People can pop in and out of the server for any reason. We have rules set in place, but we cannot progress his player.
Okay.
So he will be stuck at silver with no chance of progression. So Munich's going to have to prove themselves, in my opinion.
Have to kind of compensate for that loss.
Yep. Next up is the Tribe. The Tribe's going to be a good team. They fall number 3 on my list. Don't have anything negative to say about them. I think that they have the chance to come out really strong. However, they play the team that I'm siding with, so I hope they don't come out too strong. But they've got a good team. They've got good coaches. I think they're going to be a tough team this year. Number 2 is London. I think Liam has been really craving to get back in this game again. If he's putting half the effort into his playbook and his team like he's putting into this website, I am worried. So I think London has a really good opportunity to come out as one of the top teams in the league. They're my number 1. And you and I do have a similar number 1. You and I both believe Pungo is the team to beat, but it's not because they're scary with their mascot. It's because they're scary behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Pungo's got the best of the best on their team running it. They've got every position they need.
Did they get first draft pick too?
They did, but in the expansion draft.
Yeah. Maybe I'm making.
I don't know if they did or not, so I don't remember. But Pungo has everything right now. They've got the staffing, they have the players, they have the opportunity to really sling the ball with 4 wide receivers. They are going to be the team to beat, no doubt about that. So these are the power rankings. These are the official power rankings.
Listen, mine weren't too far off. If we really compare, it wasn't that outrageous.
We will do them together next time. Okay, so all right, very good. Now, don't fall asleep on me yet, honey.
Listen, I'm yawning. I'm having a moment. This has been a long day, though.
Let's talk about week 1.
Okay.
Hang on a second, guys. We are watching the baby monitor here. Is she awake?
She may or may not be having a conversation with nobody.
Or sleep talking.
At least as long as she doesn't sleepwalk, we're going to be okay.
Okay. If you have to end up getting up and leaving, that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about the first matchup, which is going to be Saturday. Okay. First matchup, kicking off our inaugural season, is the Outlaws, your team.
Yeah, you're number 8 and you're number 1.
Yep. Against number 1.
Yeah.
So, I've got something pretty cool here. Let me see. I've got your little face from the logo and my little face.
Oh, look how cute we are.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and say, this is where my vote's going. Right here.
Yeah.
So I'm voting Pickaroons on this one. I just think that they've got, we just talked about them. We feel like they're the number one choice. I think I'm going to have to go with them with a blowout week 1.
Well, and I did say that the Pickeroons were getting number 1 for me too. I am not one to just have outrageous confidence, considering I have zero knowledge base other than the very little bit that I know. I would also probably think that Pungo's going to win this simply out of experience. We know that Pungo comes with a lot of experience and knowledge of that, and no negativity towards the things that are going on in the back end for the Outlaws. But I can't negate the fact that I already put the power rankings the way they are. I mean, so yeah. I'm not innately going to say that the Pickeroons are going to... I'm going to say a blowout. I'm not going to say a blowout, Colin. I think that there will be a game. It was not going to be like a 6-42 situation.
Okay. What do you guys say in the chat? Who's your vote going towards for this week 1 matchup? We'll pull up the other. Get our votes out here. So that is a double vote for the Pickeroons. And the second matchup is Munich going to DC to take on the Tribe. Allie, go ahead and give me your thoughts on this matchup.
Well, even though I do think that I rank the Tribe higher than the Metalheads, my power rankings, I do think the Metalheads are gonna show up and show out this game. I think that they have an opportunity to come in from their silence, overcome the drama that's maybe happened this week in their locker room, to be able to kind of spark they need to prove something. They have something to prove. And so I feel like they're going to come in hot with their game. So.
Okay. So you're going to vote for Metalheads.
Go for Metalheads.
And of course, this being the team that I'm helping right now, I'm also going to say Metalheads. And that's not any disrespect to the Tribe. It's just because I know that I'm a little competitive when it comes to this stuff. And I'm going to be doing my best. And I think that my best in week 1 is hopefully going to be better than DC's best. So that is another double vote for Munich. But there's a lot of Tribe votes in the chat.
They're feeling confident.
There's a big following for the Tribe.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is for people that are not obviously a part of the Tribe themselves? You just think that just comes with...
I don't know. I was thinking about that because I was looking at the spread votes that we put out, where we put out lines, and it was an overwhelming majority vote for the Tribe. So they are definitely the favored team, even though the line doesn't show that. Mm-hmm. So everybody loves the Tribe. Everybody loves them. So I think they love the owner, Ryan Davis. Good guy. All right. Our third matchup on Saturday. The Neptunes go to play the Demons in Georgia. Mm-hmm. The Devil went down to Georgia.
Looking for a soul steal.
Oh. Tell me what you think about this game.
Well, listen, I do feel like I need to give a little bit of love back to the Neptunes because we did poop on them in our power rankings.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm not saying that they're gonna win. Okay? But I am saying that they will have the most engagement.
No, we are picking winners here.
I know. I'm just saying that if this was a engagement, who do you think is going to have the most support, the most, opportunity for player involvement? It would definitely be the Neptunes. Now, with that being said, the Georgia Demons are going to win.
Whoa, okay.
But I don't think it's going to be for lack of enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm doesn't win ball games. I'm sorry. So, it feels like we're throwing shade at the Neptunes. I don't like that because that's not what we're trying to do. I don't think we like the Neptunes,
and we love the Neptunes players.
We do. Why is it that it feels like we're shitting on them?
I gave 2 players from the Neptunes awards today. Listen, we can...
Let's talk real football stuff here.
I know, I'm just saying that I didn't poop on either one of them. I don't think that we're pooping on the Neptunes. I do think that whoever's going to be at the bottom of the power rankings are going to feel like it's a little bit insulting. And it's not intended to be. We have no real data to back it up. And so I think that you can't be mad this week about it. Now, next week, there will be actual statistics and reasoning for why people are where they are.
Yeah.
You can't argue that either.
Well, I can tell you that I want Neptune to win.
I said that.
I want Neptune to win, but I don't think they will. I'm going to give my vote to Georgia. So it seems you and I are in agreement so far with our picks.
We are one.
We've got one more game to vote on. This is the game of the week, which will have live broadcasting.
Ooh, who's doing that?
I don't know yet. They're putting out feelers to see who'd be interested, but we'll be hosted by one or two members of the league. So that'll be a really cool thing to watch on Sunday.
I promise it will not be me.
This will be the Maroons playing in London.
In London?
Yep.
Nice.
In London. So what are your thoughts on this?
I am I'm going to go for the London Knights. I think home field advantage is valuable, especially whenever you are looking, and this is all fake, but things like time zone changes and situations like that. Pottsville, Pennsylvania is a heck of a long way from London, and I do think the home field advantage, especially internationally, would be valuable. And so I do just feel like they're going to be more comfortable taking on the Maroons this week.
I think that it's going to be a close game, but I think that you are on to something when you say home field advantage. And we know that it is a video game. However, there is something to be said for home field advantage in the game, and I think that is the edge to London, and I think that's what wins them the ball game. I think it's going to be close. The spread line that came out was 1.5 points in London's favor, so Vegas is expecting a close game as well. But you and I are tied up.
Are you telling me that I almost know as much about guessing about football as you do?
Well, this week it seems that's true. That makes me sick.
I think what you meant to say is, wow, I'm really proud of you, Allison.
Oh, wow, so cute. Okay. We need to do one more segment here. This one we are going to go through each team. This is going to be called Over Under. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go through each team here. Let me pull up the logos. Here we go. Let's start with Appalachia. So when we're also going to pull up the faces here. Okay. We're going to either go over or under total number of wins
for the season. Okay.
There's 10 weeks, 10 games. Okay. The Outlaws. The over-under is set at 3.5.
Okay, I think we're going to get... So that means if I'm going to say we're going to get 4 wins, then it's going to be over.
Yep.
That's math. Okay,
yep.
I want to say over. Not outrageously, but we'll get at least 4.
Okay. I'm going to take the under.
Yeah, because you put us at the bottom.
Yep. I'm interested to see what the chat thinks. You guys thinking over under, and I like that we're opposite here. I think this is good.
You want to fight?
That's a good line. That's a good line. Vegas wants 50-50 on either side.
Okay.
That's a good pick. So I'm definitely saying under on 3.5. We've got an under in the chat.
Yeah, but the Lock's just saying that because he's mad at me.
You guys need to kiss and make up. All right. Other people say an under for the Outlaws. Let's go ahead and move on to DC. Everybody else go ahead and tell us what you think about DC. Allie, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell me the over-under on this. Now, Vegas has come in for DC over-under 6.5.
Oof. Now, we did rank them pretty high. You do have some confidence in the DC tribe. That's a pretty high number.
It's a high, yeah.
It's a high number. I mean, that is a pretty significant season for the DC tribe. Not knowing, I do feel like you have an advantage because you know what the other team's numbers are, and I don't. So to me, that feels high. But then if somebody whips out like a 8.5 down the road, that I'm going to not think it's that significant. So
well, ask yourself, do you think they're going to get 7? Do you think they're going to win 7 out of 10 games?
7 out of 10 games. I'm going to say yes.
So you think you're taking the over?
I'm taking the over.
Okay. Allie's taking the over. She is feeling optimistic so far in this segment. So, will they win 7 games? It's a tough line. Let me look at something here.
You get resources?
Well, I should pull it up for you next time too. But I want to look and see who they're playing at home and who they are playing away. I think that's important. Okay. Yeah, I'm going over as well. I think that the teams that they are playing at home, they are going to be stronger than. I think that there's enough of that I think they're going to win their home games. I think they're going to win all their home games. And I think they'll get 2 road game wins. So to make 7. Yeah, okay. Give me the over.
Okay.
Give me the over. All right. Georgia.
You do that every time?
Sorry. Well, I did Devil Went Down to Georgia, and that was a different song. So I am making it a little bit of a variety.
A little thematic, I like it.
Okay. The over-under for Georgia is set at 4.5.
How do you know? You're not even looking at it.
I'm making it up right now. 4.5.
So this Vegas is just made up?
I'm Vegas. I own this league, yes.
Are you freaking kidding me?
4.5.
Here I was thinking there was some data, statistics, reasoning behind the logic. You're just pulling these numbers out?
No, it's been computed. 4.5. They're good numbers. They're good numbers.
I feel bamboozled. Come on. Who writes this podcast?
Who's in charge here?
Who's in charge here?
Georgia Demons. 4.5 wins. Over under.
Well, see, what's going to happen is I'm going to pick mathematically more people to win than it's really possible.
It's okay. You're allowed to pick over every time if you want.
Okay.
But my lines are good because we're getting 50-50 in the chat. They're good lines.
Yeah, math. I'm going to say... no, I'm going to say over for Georgia Demons. I got to save my unders for, like, the Neptunes.
5 wins?
Yeah.
Okay. I also think they're going to get 5 wins. I have a feeling they're going to start off slow and they're going to really pick it up.
Yeah, it's going to be a progressive season for them.
I think this will be a team that just barely clinches playoffs. And they'll be 5-5 or they'll be 6-4. But they will clinch playoffs at the end. So I'm also taking the over. All right. Hampton Roads. Over under. 3.5. 3.5. Will they get 4 wins?
I'm going to say yes. Because...
You said you were saving your unders.
I know, it's just being a bitch.
I don't know why I made your head so big. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. I think there's a chance. They can win 4 games.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think that's...
4 games. I'm not trying to poop on the parade.
Nope, I'm also going with the over. They've got 4 games in them for sure. I don't know why Vegas has got them ranked so low, but that's just how it came in.
Vegas is an idiot.
Yeah, Neptune's over 3.5. We believe in that. Would you bet the mortgage on it?
You're the moneymaker, baby. Would you bet the mortgage on it?
It's your mortgage too.
I know, but where you go, I go.
It's all right. All right. London Knights. Another really good team. Mm-hmm. Their line is at 7.5.
Oof. I'm going to go under. I think they have 7, potentially. If you would have said 6.5, I would have said over.
I knew you would have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's 7.5.
7.5 is questionable. I'm going to go under.
Okay. Under 7.5. This is really tough. That means they can only lose 2 games.
Yeah.
Right?
That's math.
That's math. Are they in the same conference as Pungo?
In terms of competition?
Do they play them twice? That's what we need to look at. I don't think they do. Let's look, just skimming through. They
There
play
they
them
are.
once.
Week 6.
Once in week 6. No, they only play them once. They play Pungo once. I think that's a loss.
You think they're going every other game except week 6?
And then they can lose one more. Give me the over. Give me 8+ season wins for
Wow.
London.
Liam, high praise.
Yep. Give me 8. Give me 8+. I think they got it in them. So, I think they're an 8-2 team. Munich. This one is coming in at 6.5.
I'm going to go under. I think they're going to have a pretty competitive season. I think they're going to have some good games. They might not always come out with a win, but I think that, 6.5 is a lot. That's a winning season by 2. So I'm going to go under, thinking it'll be more. If you would have said 5.5, it would have been a little bit different.
Okay. I think Munich has 7 wins. I think they're a 7-3 team. Mm-hmm. I think they go 7-3. I think they beat the over/under. So we're split on that one. We got 2 more. Let's talk about Pottsville. Pottsville is coming in at also 6.5. Mm-hmm. So it's another team that is predicted overall to do fairly well. What do you think? They got 7 wins in them?
No. I'm going the under on that. And that's only to stick with my made up power rankings and try to even out some of what I said earlier for my arbitrary decision making. I think that's a pretty high number, and I can't in good faith give it that after I put them on the second to last of my power rankings.
I think that they struggle offensively with their run game, especially at the beginning. I'm going to give them under as well. I think you're going to see the Maroons have a shift after the first couple weeks. I just anticipate things not working the way that they're thinking that it'll work.
I think there's not enough time to really pivot to make some big enough changes that fast.
It'll just depend on how well they pivot. So I do anticipate a pivot. Maybe not. Maybe they come out hot and they surprise everybody, but I'm taking the under with you also. Let's talk about the team that you and I think is going to be the best team this year. This is Pungo. And this line is a tough one to come up with. But this line comes in at 8.5. Over under 8.5.
Well, I'm cheating off your test. You seem to think that they are going to be what we consider to be the only other competitive, their toughest competitive team, which is the London Knights. And you think that they're still even going to beat them. So, cheating off of your test, looking at what you think, you would say yes. And I would follow that and say yes.
So you think they're going to go 9-1 or undefeated 10-0?
Yeah, and I don't exactly know what I would do if they came out with a loss on week 1. Just because we do have such confidence in the Punko Picaroons, that would just really rock the pirate ship, if you will. That's to say somebody's going to go 9-1 though. That's an outrageous choice. It's going to be an unknown. I'm going to say yes.
Little margin for error.
It really does, and that's just going whole hog in with the Picaroons.
Everybody in the chat is taking the under on Pungo. I am not. I'm sticking with you, also with the over. I think this team could easily go undefeated. I think this team may make a mistake once, but I don't think they make the same mistake twice. I think worst case scenario, they're 9-1. They still take the over.
Sponsored by Pungo Picaroons. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Very good. Well, Allison, we did it.
Hot dang.
We did it. This week has been a whirlwind. Honestly, this whole setup for the league has been a whirlwind. Mm-hmm. And now it's all coming to a head Saturday night. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Go sports.
It's going to be so much fun. I am excited to get this league started. I am excited to see everybody in the game chats and see how your teams do. And I'm excited for us to come back next week and talk about the games.
Yeah, have some debrief about what happened.
And actually get to talk football.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to be great. So, and if there's anybody in the chat who is interested in being part of the show or being on for an interview or pre-recording an interview, that's something that we would like to do as well to get some more community involvement. But we are here. In 2 days, we start the season.
Let's go.
So, any last words before we sign off tonight?
Oh, no. Go football.
Let's go football. So, very good. Well, this has been the Commissioner's Chat with Colin and Allie. We will see you all next week, and enjoy the inaugural season of the APFA.